Hi, my name is Daisy Dalton, and today I'll be walking you through a slow, gentle flow for releasing tight hamstrings, which I feel like is one of the most common feelings for everybody everywhere. I think we just use our legs so much with walking to and from places that we're activating our quads all the time and forgetting a little bit about our hamstrings. Also, sitting compresses our hamstrings, and it's just a really nice idea to give ourselves a moment to release that. So, if you have a yoga mat, you can roll it out now. And if you don't have a yoga mat, that's completely fine. You can do this on your carpet, on a rug, on a blanket, on a towel, just anywhere that is a flat floor in your space, and maybe put on some comfy clothes, some cozy clothes to let your body know that this is a safe space and we're going to take this time to nourish, nurture, and relax our muscles. So, if you like to start in a standing position, we're going to widen our feet about a meter's width apart. Breathe in here for some grounding breaths. Inhale, lengthening our spine. Exhale, releasing our shoulders, relaxing our muscles. And on the next exhale, hinging forward from our hips, letting our chest melt towards the ground, keeping a micro bend in your knees. And then eventually letting your crown come towards the ground. Maybe your arms fall to the floor. Inhale, send your mind to your hamstrings, and exhale, release the tension. Maybe you want to sway side to side here, allowing your body to ease into the pose, maybe forward and back swaying, or maybe complete stillness. We're going to create our mind to muscle connection with our breath. So inhale to the tension. Exhale to release. Remembering the micro bend in the knees. We don't want to lock out our legs. And if your hands aren't reaching the floor here, that's completely fine and normal. And you can if you have a yoga block, or you can use some books, they work just the same, just to rest your hands and give yourself some support. And take a few more breaths in this position. If your hands are reaching the floor and you're really enjoying this stretch, you can put a hand on either elbow, and I feel like that really kind of strengthens the stretch and pulls you a little bit deeper, a little bit closer to the floor. Next, we're going to ground our right hand in the center of our legs and bring our left arm up towards the sky. This is sending the stretch more into the right hamstring. Releasing back to center. Left arm grounds down, right arm reaches up, sending the stretch to the left hamstring. Always remembering our micro bend. And releasing our hands back to the floor. Now bending our knees, curving our back, vertebrae by vertebrae, we rise up. Chin is the last thing to rise, and we come back to standing. Now we're going to get into pyramid pose. So we're going to rotate our toes. So both toes will be facing the left wall. You might want to widen your stance a little bit so that your feet are hip width apart rather than in a line, because then that balance goes off a little bit. Inhale, lengthen our spine. Exhale, hinge forward. Again, micro bend in the knees. And just pausing wherever it feels like the stretch is really entering the left hamstring. Trying to keep our hips both facing forward. So resisting the urge to open the hips and chest. So just angle your hips both to the front. Again, if you need a block or some books, maybe that would be nice to rest your hands on to support this stretch. A supported stretch is often so much better for us than sort of hanging and trying to fall into a pose. So I really, really support the use of blocks. I use them a lot myself, and it doesn't mean anything bad. It's just getting into the right position, which will ultimately strengthen our practice and help with our flexibility. Take a few breaths here. And on the next inhale, rise up your chest. And we're going to do the other side. So carrying the block or the books, rotate both your feet to face the back wall or the other wall or the other side. Again, making sure your stance is hip width apart. Inhale and exhale, hinge forward, keeping the micro bend in your front knee, finding where feels comfortable. Rotating the hips so that they're both facing forward. Last breath here. Inhale to the tension. Exhale to release. And on the next inhale, we rise up. Okay, now we're going to get into lizard pose. So start with a kneeling position on your mat. We're going to take our left foot and place that forward in a right angle and bring both our hands on the inside. So our left foot is outside of our left hand. We want our shoulders in line with our knee. And our back right leg is extended. This is lizard pose. If your hands are not comfortable on the floor, you guessed it, you can use your block or your books to hold you and support you. Or if your hands are comfortable on the floor and you want to go a bit further, you can start to lower so your elbows come onto the ground. I'm going to take one more breath here in lizard pose and switch sides. So coming back up to kneeling, bringing our right knee forward, walking just outside a little bit, and our hands plant onto the floor. Our shoulder is in line with our knee. And we let our hips sink down towards the floor. Inhale. Exhale. If you want to deepen it, elbows come to the floor. And pushing our hips back. We're now going to go into half split position. So half Hanuman asana. With our left foot, bring that forward and keep the left leg straight. The right leg is bent at a 90-degree angle and our hips are neutral. Our toes can either be flat on the mat or up. It's really what you prefer. I quite like, let's see actually. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, bring the chin towards the knee. This is a half split position. And you'll feel the stretch really strong on your left hamstring. Just a few more breaths. Inhale and release. Inhale and release. Now you can bend that knee, rise up, and we're going to switch legs. This is our last pose. So the right knee comes forward, stretching out, straightening the right leg. The left leg is at a 90-degree angle. I actually do like having my toes up, I've just discovered. So inhale, exhale, hinge from the hips. Maybe your hands find the floor, maybe we use our blocks and our books to give us something to rest on. And rising up. Going to come to Sukhasana, easy seated position. There are so many more stretches that I can show you for hamstrings, but I think I'll save that for my next video, just to make sure that I keep within the 15 minutes promised. So feel free to come back when I release another hamstring stretch session. For now, the divine light in me bows to the divine light in you. Namaste.